Blessings to everyone. Peace and blessings to everyone. How's everybody doing? Peace and blessings to you all. It's Tony Romas back here again. Peace and blessings to everybody. How's everyone doing? Hey, H Money, what's going on, bro? What's up, Marcus? You always there. If I could depend on somebody being there, Marcus, you don't be you always there, brother. How you doing, man? How you doing? Not on the stream no more. You know what? I've been doing it this way. It looks like I get more, for some reason, it looks like I get more watch time doing it this way um, than doing it on StreamYard. I mean, my watch time has been way up. I mean, like right now, I have like 3 people so far in the chat so far. So you're looking forward to this? Yeah. I got some things to tell you guys, some wisdom about the dark side of dating Colombian women. There is a good side and there is a dark side. So we're going to go over the dark side, what I experienced of the years I've been going down. And what this channel, what it does, basically, I just bring you guys the truth. I bring you the truth. I don't cap on nobody. I don't troll on nobody or anything like that. I bring you the truth to help you. Because you're not in Medellin no more. So yeah, you're back home. Yeah, back home. This is actually a part of 2 of the dark side of dating Medellin. You did this a year ago. Yeah, sometimes we need to talk about this. Because I think you guys, if you ever decide to go down there and date, there's some of the things that you need to know. Um, like Cookie, that was a lesson to be learned. Um, haven't heard nothing from her. Haven't heard anything from her. It's like she just disappeared. But no big deal. I kind of expected this anyway. Let me see how many people we got so far. Okay. We got 6 people on the live so far. We got 6 people on the live. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to give y'all 10 reasons to be cautious. And this is not to make everybody look bad. Okay? The people in Medellin treated me like a king. The chicas treated me like a king. So I'm not here to complain. I'm not here to make anybody feel bad or anything. This is not all women. Hey, Chris. Good evening, sir. Yeah, we're gonna maybe I'm gonna get with you on Instagram so I could use StreamYard so I could do the interview with you in Peru. Okay, you could tell me about Peru. I would like to know about how your trip went in Peru, and you tell everyone else about your experience in Peru. You know, that sounds good. But man, that food you showed me, it looks very good. I'm glad you're having a good time, brother. I'm so glad that you said, Terrell, what's up, man? I'm going to Medellin. Oh, that's great. December. What hotel did you stay when you was there? I know some don't allow guests. Um, Terrell, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The resort that I go to, I usually don't tell nobody where it is because of bad situations and bad people on here. Because when I go there, I don't want nobody to know where I am. Because I have gotten some very nasty people that got on my comment section and made threats against me and said they wanted to hurt me. And it's best by me being a content creator, I can't give you where I usually be. But what I can suggest, only thing you have to do is go on Google and type in guest friendly hotels in Poblado. That's all you need to do, and the whole list of them will come up. And a lot of them are really good hotels. Like the Dan Carl's, I heard really good things about them. I heard a lot of good things about them. So just go on Google and just, they give you a list of them, and you just pick which. All of them are good, but the one I go to is like, it's like private to me. I can't, And unfortunately, I had some really bad people on it. I'm sorry, I can't tell you the one that I went, that I was at, but the resort that I was at is really good for me. I know the people there. I know the managers there. I know everybody there. I've been knowing them for years, and I wish I could refer you all there. But when I go to Medellin, that's where I usually stay. And if I like broadcast from that, there are certain people would know, because there have been people that did a lot of nasty things to me and even made threats to me. So sometimes we have to keep it, what I'm saying, confidential. I apologize for that, brother. But what I can recommend is go on Google and type in um, nice hotels, resorts in Poblado, Medellin, Antioquia, and then you'll get all these lists of really good hotels out there and guest friendly too. But most of them, they are guest friendly. The one I was at, the resort that I was at, there was guest friendly, but they only allow you one guest at a time. So if you talk about maybe having maybe two chicas or something, they're not gonna allow you to have two chicas at the same time. Matter of fact, the mayor of Medellin, he's really cracking down on sex tourism. They're really cracking down. So you have to be very careful. Let me see, Marcus, what did you just say? Uh, he said, cool, I will return home tomorrow. Okay, Chris. I'm going to get with you now, okay? Okay, the thing there about the dating scene in general, this is true. Every country dating scene is the same, except the Middle East, where the dating scene is more serious than yeah. Do you research if you think I'm lying? Oh, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, Marcus. I am not disagreeing with you. Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah. So okay, we're gonna get into this right now. The dark side of dating in Colombia and in Medellin, and you probably can copy and paste this to Pattaya, Thailand also too. The number one thing, I'm gonna go from 1 to 10, and at the top of my list, what you're gonna really deal with when you're dealing with these chicks in Colombia and Medellin is that they're very flaky. They are extremely, extremely flaky. That's another problem I have with it. What you're gonna notice is that they may say they may do one thing and they will act very interested in it. The next thing you know, they'll cut you off. Just like that. They'll cut you off just like that. Like you may make plans, say, okay, we going to this restaurant at 7 p.m. and it just will not show up. And they don't think nothing wrong about it. It's like my experience is like they all over the place. All over the place. They don't be real focused. You know what I'm saying? It's like one thing of what they think about one thing after another. They'll cancel the date and they won't even call you, even tell you what happened. So sometimes you will call, contact them, say what's going on. You say it's gonna be here at 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Then they put it to 8 o'clock. To 8 o'clock, then they say they're coming at 9 o'clock. Then 9 o'clock, then they're not there at 10 o'clock, and sometimes they won't even answer their phone, and that could be extremely, extremely frustrating. But they are very, very flaky. And then one moment, it may be like they're interested in you, and then the next moment, they'll not be interested in you. And you be sitting there thinking, like, okay, what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did I miss something? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I really believe that Cookie got a hold to my telephone. I think that's what happened. She got into it when I went to take a shower. I left my phone on the nightstand. She grabbed it. Because she was watching me every time I would put my code to open up my phone. She'd be like looking. What I should have did. I should have changed the code. So she probably got into my phone, got into my pictures, and seen all those other chicas on my phone, and that probably just pissed her off. So, this guy, only thing he does, he just comes down here full of women, you know. I believe that's what happened. I'm not like 100% sure, but I think that's what happened because she changed. I mean, she didn't change in a bad way, but she just became, just nothing. Like 1 minute we cool, next minute it's like we're complete strangers. You know. So those are, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? You pimping, huh? Yeah. Yeah, this, you know what? Let me tell you something. There is nothing wrong with pimping, but you just make sure that you keep your emotions out. I beg you all, please, please, please keep your emotions separate from these females because they really know how to play mind games down there. They are mind game experts. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 brother. No, no, no. He said, are you a male or what you talking about, bro? I'm talking about females. What are you talking about, Jacob? So you Obama. So I'm getting some trolls on here tonight. So I'm gonna be truthful with you. Let's see. That wasn't right. You know that Esther did. She communicate, asked you what was going to be talking to other women. Cookie didn't do that. Communication is important. Um, See, you're the gay glove guy on only, bro. Wait a minute, I don't understand all these people on here. Is it what? You're the gay glove guy on only, bruh? I don't know who you are, but I may have to block you. I'm going to get some moderators on here. I'm starting to get some really not good people on here. All right, he's been removed. Yeah, it's all transactional. You are absolutely right, sir. Yeah, I'm getting all these you Obama. Are you a male or female? Are you a trans? I don't know why he said that. Nope. Nope. I'm talking about females here. See, that's you. Wow, this is crazy. I'm getting all these crazy, getting a lot of trolls on here tonight. Yeah, but yeah, they pretty yeah, what's up, Clint? What's up? It's all yeah, you're right, man. It's all transactional. It's all about the money, man. It's all about the money. Everything is transactional. I do this for you, you do this for me. And it's like that everywhere, not just in Colombia, but it's like that. And I don't know, Jacob. I may have to block you, man, because you talking about some really crazy stuff on here. Let me see. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a lot of. Okay, what happened here? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I'm using my phone, and I'm getting all these trolls on here, saying some really nasty stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we back at it. I had to get rid of some people. Okay. Yeah, I took him out. Yeah, I talk about him. I'm a trans. How can I be a trans when I'm talking about females? And I did a live with a female on my video. Yeah. So the number one, I told you guys. Wait 1 second. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, the number one I said is they're very flaky, which we just talked about. The second thing I will bring to you all that you should know. Man, I thought I got rid of that guy. Okay, they can be very insecure. Um, what I mean by that is that they can accuse you of cheating without no proof. Very insecure, very insecure. I had two women to do that to me. They look on your phone and they may see someone that you're talking to on Facebook that might be a female or on Instagram or something. Or you just could be holding your phone and they may see a female on your phone. They will accuse you of cheating. I had that to happen to me several times. And Esther did that to me too, Marcus. You know, she accused me when I was on the romance tour. She accused me of dating my chaperone for no reason. Oh, I seen you look at her. Oh, I seen you look at her. Yeah, yeah. You know. And just like Cookie, she accused me, saying that you're not coming down here for me. You're coming down here for all these other chicas. You know, I know you talking to these other chicas. I said, here it is, you here with me. You here. There's nobody here but you and me. You know what I'm saying? Just there's nobody here but you and me. How can I be cheating on you with somebody else? Matter of fact, when you talking about cheating anyway, me and you not really a couple anyway. We're not really a couple anyway. We're just friends. You know, but a lot of them can be very, very insecure. And then you could be at a restaurant, and that's another thing that they don't like. And I hope you guys taking notes on this. Never, 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 never compliment another woman right in front of them. Oh, they hate that, man. Whew. Oh my God. They hate that. You'll go out on a date with your girl, and then let's say if the waitress comes to your table and you compliment that waitress as a female waitress, next thing you know, y'all getting back in the car, y'all going back home and she's not speaking to you. The reason why she's not speaking to you because you complimented that waitress. They very territorial. But it only goes one way. But they're not that way with themselves though, because they talk to the other men too. You could go right on their Facebook page, you can see them like have like hundreds of men that they friend with, but you can't do the same thing. You can't do the same thing, but they can. Yeah, you're right, Clinton. You have to be 100% focused on them. You have to be 100%. And don't you? And like I say, don't ever like look away. And they see you looking at another chica or something like that. They will not speak to you for days. And you be sitting up there like wondering what did you do wrong. The same with Cookie. I said, are you at least going to tell me what I did wrong? So we can say, I say it's important to have, like you said, Marcus, you got to have communication. If you don't have no communication, then no relationship is going to work. But it only goes one way. They can do what they want to do, but you can't do what you want to do. They can text. They can chat with other men like it's nothing, but you might not do the same thing. But yeah, they're very insecure. I had one that was so insecure. She was on my Facebook page, And she got mad at me for taking a picture with a female. And guess who that female was? Let me see, Marcus, what you're saying. Insecurity, that means that they have stuff to work. Yep. Are you listening to the people who should be listening to? Right. You look like a doctor and a security guard at the same time. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Hey, man, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. But yeah, they'd be mad at you, and you don't even know what they're mad at. And they will go for days without speaking to you, and you be just sitting up there like, okay, what did I do wrong? And they won't even tell you what you did wrong. Oh, let me tell you, she got mad at me because I took a picture. I had a picture of me and another female together on my Facebook page, right? And my Instagram. Guess who the woman was that she was actually mad at? Guess who the woman was who I was taking the picture with that she was getting mad at over nothing? It was my sister. She got mad at me over my I say, this is my sister. My sister. Yeah, their insecurities are really, it could be a really bad thing. A real bad thing, that insecurity. All right, I'm going to go down to number 3. This is another thing that you're going to find out. Some of them have a very bad temper. Some of them have a very nasty temper. I had 2 of them for no reason went off on me. Just went off on me. The girl in the romance store, the one that was a model, like one thing I like to do is ask questions. Like, what do you do? What is your goals are? What do you have to accomplish? If me and you together, what we're going to accomplish together? I get sick of you asking me so many questions. That's all you do. You just ask questions after questions after questions. If you don't want me, then you just tell me. I mean, she went completely off on me. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just looking, I was like, wow. Wow. Yeah, they have very, very nasty tempers. And they just will explode on you. But the best advice I can give you if that happens with a chica, just be calm. Just say tranquilo. Just tell her tranquilo. That means relax in Spanish. Just relax. Just be cool. Don't holler back. Whatever you do, you may be tempted to tell her off or scream back at her, but don't do it. Do not do it. Hope you guys writing this stuff down. Hope y'all writing this down. If they go off on you, something to say, it's easy, because if you scream back at them, then it escalates it even more. And then they scream at you even more, and then you may end up having a physical altercation, you know. Yep, Bruce, you're right. Oh, thank you, Bruce. Thank you for coming, man. Yeah, just the best thing to do, if that happens, is just walk away. There you go. There you go. Just walk away. That's what I had to do. That other girl that was in my room, the one happened 2 years ago. Yeah, I remember that. I played that about the extortion thing. When she was acting the way she was acting, I just walked out of the room. I didn't grab her. I didn't try to throw her out. That's the wrong thing to do. Never, never, never put your hands on them. Never, never, never put your hands on them. Don't try to grab them. I've seen guys that grab the girls and they grab them and they just throw them out the door. I've seen guys do that. They just pick them up like this and then just throw them out the door. Don't do that. Because she can go back to the police and say that you assaulted her. That's what she would do. And she could bring her family down on you too, saying that you hurted her physically. So the best thing what I did was I just walked out, got on the elevator, went downstairs, went to security, and said, I got somebody in my room. I want you to get them out. I got a very bad person. I need you to get them out. And we was able to get her out. Social media, let me see, Marcus, what you're saying. Don't act like Uncle Phil throwing Will Smith out the house. No, no, no. No, you never do that. You never put your hands on them. Never put your hands on them. Because some of these girls are very dangerous. They have razor. Some of them carry razor blades in their purse, and some of them have sharp objects that they will actually stick you with them. There have been many times where foreigners have actually got stabbed. You know what I'm saying? Because they tried to put their hand on the girl or try to force them out physically. Don't do that. You just walk away. Or what you should do is, if you're at a hotel or something like that, you just calmly get all your stuff and put it back in your suitcase and walk out the room and let her stay in the suitcase. And you go downstairs, you tell them you want another room, and you don't want her to know where you are. That's a good way to get rid of her. And some of them are very vindictive too. I'm not saying all women is like this. I'm going to repeat myself again. I'm not saying all women are like this. They're not. Most of the chicas I met has been very, very good to me. I give them an A plus. A plus. Okay? I give them an A plus. Let me see how many people here. It's 13. Okay. So whatever you do, just be careful. Some of them do have a temper, and they get angry very easily, and it catches you off guard. It catches you off guard because you're not used to it, because their demeanor change pretty quickly. You know, when you date here in the States, women here are pretty predictable. You know what I'm saying? But down there, you're dealing with unpredictability. And it catches you like, okay, what just happened here? I mean, did I just miss something? It's just the way that they are. Let's see. He said, don't act like Uncle Phil. Yeah, about throwing them out. Okay. Okay, we're going to number 4. Hey, Jay, what's up, man? What's up? What's up, Jay? What's up, Jay? I'm just giving the 10 Commandments on chicas. The dark side of dating chicas. Salute. Hey, man, the Lions won yesterday against the Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, the Lions. I didn't watch any baseball. But yeah, the Lions won. We're off to a very good start. We're off to a very good start. Salute to you, Jay. I say, hey, man, you from Eric Cole War Veterans. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. Hey, guys, do a favor for me. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't, okay? That really will help the channel out tremendously, tremendously. So, Jay, I'm giving the 10 Commandments on the dark side of dating Colombian chicas and women as a whole. Let's see. He said, communication. Let me see what Marcus said. Number 1, communication. Structure and discipline is important. Insecurity you need. You need therapy. You need to find out why and fix it. Realize that the pain you're causing to play. But you know what? They don't think rational like that. I know what you're saying. But you remember, these are chicas, man. You know, they don't think like that. They're more on emotion. They come at you on emotion. And what's so crazy about it, they be mad at you and you don't even know what they're mad at. That's what's crazy about it. Usually when you date here in the States, if a woman is mad at you, you pretty much know what you did or what she could be mad at. But with them, you don't know what you've done. You could be on your phone and just, and just browsing, and a female picture will pop up, and then all of a sudden in her mind, she said that you're talking to that chica, that female. And she would just sit there, will not speak to you, will not say, and you have no idea what you've done. You have absolutely no idea what you have done. And you're sitting there like, huh? And then when she maybe finally tell you what you did, and you just sitting there like, really? She's mad over that? Like the chica was mad at me that I took a picture with my own sister. But on their social media page, they with their cousins, their sisters, they with their brothers. I don't when I see them taking a picture with somebody on their Instagram or social media page, I don't accuse them of being with another man. I use common sense. I say, well, they could be her brother, they could be her uncle, they could be, they could be anybody. But they don't think that way about you. This is notorious big 10 correct commandments. Yes, I'm saying that it's insecurity that they need to work on that. Yeah, but they never will, though. They will never work on it because they feel they have nothing to work on. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to teach y'all the mentality what you deal with when you run into this situation. Okay? All right. Number 4. This is serious. This is very serious. We're going to get into the real dark side of this now. And this is something that the Colombian local men have told me personally several times. The drug addiction among women is very high. It's very, very high. That could explain sometimes on the change of their personalities. But what I found out is that in a lot of these poor countries, drug abuse is very high among females, and it's getting high that way here in the States too. Right, absolutely, Jay. Yeah, yeah. You're right. They feel they have nothing to work on. But like Cookie, for example, let me tell you what she did. Now when I get company, I tell them specifically what the rules are. No fumas, no drugs, no nothing. That is the resort policies. You can't smoke in here. You can't do smoke weed or anything. What you do, you can't do it in here. Yeah, you gotta look to get your turn to know these come. Even the ones that you think that you know, even the ones you think you know, still don't listen. So she tells me she goes into the bathroom. She's gonna smoke some weed. I said, wait a minute. I told you there's no drugs allowed in the resort. It's like, man, I just shook my head. Mm-mm-mm. But not only her, females here, even in the States, I had one young lady that I was helping, and she needed to ride home. Very nice person. Work, professionally employed. I'm driving, and then she reaches in her purse and she pulls some stuff out. But this is happening everywhere, though. And I was warned in Medellin that there is a high percentage of women that are addicted to drugs. Not all of them. I'm not saying all. And I'm not saying nothing bad about them. But they brought it to my attention when they was down there. There was one drug, it was called the pink cocaine called Tootsie. They call it Tootsie, and they have it like in a little bag. Either they smoke it or either they snort it. I'm not saying either the woman I had was doing this type of stuff, but there was a Vice video talking about they talked about the Tootsie Queen. Yeah, it's about Colombia. Yeah, you have to be careful, and you have to really, really vet these girls. You gotta really vet them, and you have to be really careful. Because let me tell you what happened. The reason why, whatever you do, do not allow nobody to use drugs in your room. Okay, no chica, nobody to use drugs in your room. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. This is very important. Because let's say if she's walking around the room or something with something in her hand, and then accidentally some of it gets on your bag, your luggage, or the duffel bag that you carry when you travel. Guess what I saw at the Miami-Dade airport on my way back from Colombia to the Miami-Dade when I was going through Border Patrol and Customs? They had drug dogs going around sniffing the luggage. You see what I'm saying? And those dogs are very sensitive. They can smell everything. They can smell everything. And then what was something that she dropped on my bag or something that I don't know that the dog detects or something that they detect? That's going to create alarms, especially in Border Patrol, especially what's going on now. So I'm not trying to get way out there or anything like that. But that's the reason why you allow nobody to do that in your room. Nobody. If she does that, you tell her to leave. Even the children, they bury the pain inside and yet retaliate. Yep. Don't ever take all of the weight and all of the blows relatively, figuratively. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Marcus. But this is a real big problem. And then another thing, I'm gonna give you some signs that you know that the girl that you're talking to is addicted to drugs. We won't get deep on this. The first thing you're gonna notice is her appearance is gonna change. That's the first thing you're gonna notice about her when you see her. So you know what? She doesn't. She look kind of dusty. She don't look as clean and stuff as she used to. Number two, she has a pattern when she asks when the money that you give her. If you give her money, it doesn't go to where it goes. It goes to the dope man. That's where the money goes. Number three, she acts real thirsty. Like, send me a 20. You got a 20 on you? Hey, if you don't got a 20, send me a 5. If you got a 5, send me 10. Send me 10. You know, they're constantly asking you for like a $5 here, $10 there, $12 there. Because what they're doing is, I'm not saying all women, I'm not saying all women, I'm not saying all women, but they're giving it to somebody. Let me see what you're saying, Jay. Always trying to make comparisons and deflect the comparison to the women. I made a comment to correct myself not to go off the topic. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, sir. But that's what I'm saying. Is that you notice their appearance change. You notice that they look really dusty, don't look the same. I know a girl was like this. I say, you look like that's something's wrong. And then they always calling you, asking you for money all the time, like $5, $10, something like that. I say, yep. This has all the hallmarks of an addiction. And then they seem to have a pattern when they do it. It's like they always do it on the weekend when they ask you for money. It's like either it's on a Friday or they do it on a Saturday. I said, And when you have to do with people like that, you have to just break away from people like that. I don't even associate with people like that. But the drug addiction problem is a huge problem, and it's getting worse because the more you see the economy contract, the more you see people out of work, and people can't find work, and people are broke. They're miserable, and what they do usually they turn to something to make them feel better, and that's drugs. Let me see, Marcus, what you're saying. I'm just saying it needs to stop. You're bleeding on people, didn't cause you pain. What you mean by bleeding on people that didn't cause you pain? Oh, you talk about the girls. Okay, okay. Yeah, but that's the way they are, though. I'm just telling you, it's part of their culture, Marcus. You remember, they don't think the same way like we think up here. There's a cultural difference. I personally turn to something that makes me feel better. Beautiful women. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They make you feel better. Yeah, yeah. But drug abuse is very high. And then there are women here in the States are carrying that, it's called marijuana candy. They carry it in their purse. And matter of fact, one of my friends' daughter was at someone's house, and she ended up going into their purse and trying one of those marijuana candy. Didn't know it was marijuana candy, and she took it, and made her go crazy. A little girl, because you got marijuana stores all over Michigan. It's legal here, and they got the candies, the chocolates, all that type of stuff. Everybody's doing that stuff. That's scary. Like I said, the problem is getting worse, and I was warned in Medellin that there was a high um, percentage of females are abusing drugs. I can't imagine any drugs that make you feel as good as Pretty Woman could. Yeah, yep. There's other things that make you feel better, man. I like music. Sometimes I like to listen to music. Sometimes music like calm me down, man. Yeah, music really calms me down. I like music. There's other more effective ways, to cope with your stress. You know what I'm saying? Other than drugs. Drugs is a bad thing. You don't want that. But it's sad. It's becoming more and more and more popular. Of more women are becoming addicted to drugs, and it's bad. It's real bad. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go down further. Okay, that was number 4. I know something about number 5. Okay, we ready for number 5? They don't seem to be very transparent. What do I mean by that? Um, like you ask them a question like, "What do you do for a living?" And they'll say, they just be like totally oblivious. Like, I do hair and nails. That's it. Okay, what type of education? What school did you go to? I'm not in school right now, but I went to a school when I was like 18 years old. So it's like they're not truly transparent when you ask them something. It's like what I mean by transparency mean if you ask a question, just answer the question. But they don't answer the question. They just answer a question with an answer. If you know what I mean, they just give you an answer. So you with this female, but I mean, you know nothing about her. You don't know anything about her. Like sometimes you have to ask, like, okay, how many kids do you have? Or um, what part of town do you live at, or how it's like they're not very transparent. Let me see. Hey, what he says. Brandon, okay. While drug use, man, that isn't good. Drugs to relieve yourself. No, it's not. They try to keep it discreet. Yeah, they try to keep it discreet. The drugs, they try to keep it discreet. Like, I was on a date with one female, nice female. And sometimes you don't know this stuff. But she kept making trips to the bathroom. She kept making frequent trips to the bathroom. I said, wow, why does she have to keep going to the bathroom that many times? Like she'd sit for about 15 minutes. She'll go to the bathroom. You know, she'll come back, sit for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, then she'll go right back to the bathroom again. But the thing that caught my attention, that when she goes, she'll leave her phone where I can watch it for her right on the table. She didn't take her phone with her, so I'm like, wow. And then she'd be in there for a little, then she'd be in there for a minute. Sometimes she'd be in that bathroom for like maybe 15 minutes or so. That got me very suspicious. Yep, they try to keep it discreet. They try to keep it short. Yeah, yeah, yep. But it's sad, man, what's going on with the drugs, man. It's really sad. And I'm seeing this more and more. You gonna start, and guys, you gonna start seeing it more. Not only for women, not only foreign women, but even domestic women. Let's see. I think I got another control in here. Let me get rid of them. All right, you've been blocked. You've been blocked. Man, I am really getting a lot of trolling on this. Oh my God. Man, I'm getting a lot of. Let me see. Let me get this off. I'm getting a lot of trolls on here tonight. We don't make fun of nobody on this channel. Okay, you've been removed, sir. You've been removed. I do not play that stuff making fun of anybody. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where he's getting that from? You know, anybody's welcome to this channel. I don't care what creed or religion or whatever you are, where you're from. Anybody's, you can't make fun of people like that. I don't allow that. When you put stuff like that on here, I just delete you. I just delete you. What I'm gonna start doing too, I'm gonna start assigning moderators on here. I didn't think my channel was big enough to do that, but look like I'm gonna have to start doing it to get some help keeping these trolls off of here to saying some nasty stuff. Yeah, yeah, but they do lie. They do lie, Marcus. They do lie. They do lie. You think everything is going good one minute and the next is completely the opposite. Yep, okay. We talk about the transparent thing. They don't tell you. They don't tell you everything. Like I said, the girl that kept going back and forth to the bathroom, I'm like, okay, something's up here. I said she's not talking on the phone because she left her phone on the table with me. So why she's going to the bathroom so many times? I'm not accusing her of anything, but you become very, very suspicious. Okay, here's another one you gotta be careful of. And they very good at this. Hold on for a second, we get something to drink for my throat. My throat gets kind of dry. Okay. All right. We're going to go down to number 6. And this is something that they're really, really good at. And y'all pay attention to this. They're very good of giving you a fake relationship that girlfriend and boyfriend experience. That's the number one thing they give foreigners. They give you their girlfriend and boyfriend experience, but it's all fake. They pretend like they're your girlfriend. They pretend like they love you. But all they doing is they're working you. I'm not saying nothing bad about Cookie or anything like that, but she did give me that girlfriend and boyfriend experience. He said, when I'm going back to Medellin, man, I would like, you know what, can I be honest with you? I would really like to go for Christmas. I really would, but I can't afford it. This trip was expensive, the one I just came from. Everything is high. The airfare is high because I come way from Michigan all the way down to South America. It takes 2 planes. I take one from Michigan to Miami and from Miami to San Jose Airport. And if I'm going to Barranquilla, that'd be the Barranquilla Airport. But it's expensive, man. Stuff really adds up down there. Even though the dollar goes a little, but I spent some pretty good. I mean, it's expensive. It costs a few grand to go down there, especially when you're dealing with the chicas too. Because everything costs. Everything costs. Nothing is free. But I would love to go there in December, especially on Christmas. I heard that Christmases are really nice. I did go down there for Halloween one time, but it rained so much. I didn't get a chance to. I was gonna go to Provincia and do some content, check out the girls in their costumes and stuff. So I went purposely on Halloween. I did go down there on Halloween, but I didn't get as much content as I really wanted to get. But I really would like to go on Christmas. Yeah. The art of fitness, the chicas are experts at it. Yeah, yeah. They give you that girlfriend and boyfriend experience. And then next thing you know it, they get into your pockets. They get into your pockets. Because Cookie gave me that girlfriend and boyfriend experience. She did. She gave me that girlfriend. Because you guys saw her on the live I had. You guys seen her. We was laying there like we were a couple. She was happy, content, smiling, laughing. I mean, what more could you ask for? You know what I mean? She gave me that girlfriend experience, and then when we go to the malls and places we went, she was holding hands, and she's all up against me and stuff, and I was like, wow, I got me a girlfriend. Next thing you know, the next day, nothing, nothing. You have no idea what you did. Only thing you know that they're mad at you. And you sit there like, wow, just a minute ago we were happy. We was walking down, up and down the streets, grocery shopping, drinking cocktails, you know, doing, what we do. And she gave me that girlfriend birth, but it was all fake. Let's see. Very nice and sweet. It takes, yeah. Let's see. How you live in cold ass Michigan. Yeah, I know. I hate it, man. I love it. I hate Michigan, man. My goal. I'm telling you, the area that I was in Colombia, in Medellin, the area, I would love to retire there, man. That was my goal, to retire in that area. That's a good area I was in. Like I tell you, everything is at your fingertips. Everything. You never had to take no Ubers. You never had to take no cabs. You never take to do grocery shop or anything. Everything is right there. Everything. When Cookie was with me, everything's there. We would sit there and say, hey, let's go to the grocery store. Walking distance. We'll walk to the grocery store. Need to get money out of the ATM. Go get money out of the ATM. Everything was right there. Everything. Beautiful environment too. Professional people walking around. And most of those people had their phones out. That's what was very shocking. Yeah, they had their phones out. They wasn't worried about nobody snatching their phones. Even though I kept my phone away, but I was like, wow, all these people out here on their phone. Let's see. Then you won't have these issues. Yeah, you're right. I'll be back in Santo Domingo in 3 weeks. Yeah, I see. You know what? This man, I seen when I was in Florida, I seen a lot of flights going out to Santo Domingo. I said, man, that would be nice if I could, I could leave, come back from Colombia to Miami, and leave Miami, and go right to Santo. I might do that one day. I might freaking do that one day. You know what I'm saying? When I'm on my way back to Michigan, my stop in Miami, and I said, hey, maybe I could just get a ticket from Miami to Santo Domingo and spend a couple of days to in the Dominican Republic too. Yeah. And then let's take the flight back from Santo Domingo back to Florida and Florida back to Michigan. Yeah, that sounds like a winner there. In Fort Lauderdale, the temperature never drops below 70, even in the winter. Yes, I know. Yes, don't tease me like that, man. El Poblado was actually a rich neighborhood. Let me see. Imagine, but it turned into a tourist zone. Everyone staring now. Yeah, you do see a lot of tourists there, but you do see a lot of locals there too. You do see a lot of locals there. Yeah, but they give you that fake relationship, that girlfriend experience, and you really don't have a girlfriend. She's lying to you, basically. She's lying to you. Fake relationships. Yep, that happens all the time. Yep. Number 7. Okay, this is a good one, guys. I'm going to give you number 7. Let me see. Marcus MC. I grew up in PA and I lived many years in New Jersey. Yeah, I know. I bet it's even more colder there this man. I bet it's even more colder there. So here's number 7 that you have to be careful of. Let me see. The amenities your hotel have are similar to the area of my apartment in San Benito. Yeah. An Exito, the movies theater, block away, restaurants to my apartment, promise, and much more. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Chris, yeah. Everything's right there. But at that resort I'm at, man, they give me I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cookie had it good because um not too many men in Colombia who can give them what we give them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like to know where's the last time that she was in a nice room getting room service. Okay, I have room service. Wherever you want, they'll bring it up. If you want food, they'll bring it up to you. If you want a drink, they'll bring it up to you. I had them do it several times. Call downstairs, say, can we have a couple of cocktails, please? One for me and one for the lady. I mean, she's being treated like a queen. Okay? But sometimes, no matter what you do for them, it's not enough. It's not enough. Because let me tell you something. Most of these women, I'm not saying all, I'm not saying all, I'm not saying all, I'm not saying all, but they're more loyal to the dope man than being loyal to you. Because I noticed as a kid, that most of the women seem like they're more was attracted to the guys that was, the bad boys. The bad boys. They love the bad boys. Nice guys always come in last. That's what they say. Nice guys always come in last. I'm not talking about being nice, being a simp or anything like that. I'm just talking about the bad boys, the dope, the gangsters, these guys that's out here doing all this crazy stuff. They runs after them, man. They run after them. But like you said, the guys like us, they just get bored. They just whatever. That's why I tell you, do not fall in love with these women. Don't do it, man. Because you're going to have pain. It's going to bring you up a pain and disappointment. Okay? This year, February in Florida, on the Panhandle, Pensacola, Florida, they had 3 inches. First time you ever heard of Florida getting snow. Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. Now, guys, finish last was a quote by baseball legend Leo DiCaprio. Yeah, yep. And the money, and let me tell you something. The money that you be giving them, that you giving them, that you think is going to the kids, that may be going to the kids, or for other things, a lot of that money is probably going right to the dope man. Yep. I'm not saying all. I'm not saying all again. But some. Yep, they give you that fake relationship, that girlfriend and boyfriend experience, and you find out you don't even have a girlfriend. Okay, number 7. There's another thing they do. Hope y'all write this down. I'm not saying all. I'm not saying all women. They tell you that they're not in a relationship, but they are in a relationship. They already are in a relationship with someone else. And use this with the baby daddy. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I've seen this happen many, many times. You remember the girl I told you about? She was calling me all day trying to get money out of me, talk about her kids didn't have nothing to eat. And she sent me a picture of a empty refrigerator. You know what you do when they send you a picture like that? How you get them back? You know what I do? If they send me a picture like that, I take all the food out of my refrigerator and I take a picture and send them a picture of an empty refrigerator. I sure do. But a lot of them are already in relationships, but they don't tell you that they're in a relationship. And a lot of times their boyfriends are in cahoots with them to try to scam you. And they'll allow their women to sleep with you. Say, did you ever send money? Yes, I have. I'm not going to say a lie, say I have, but yes, I have. I have sent money to a Colombian woman online. And I would advise you all not to do that ever again. Yes, I have. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I've done it before. I have done it before. Yes, I have. How many people on here have actually sent money to a Colombian world, Western Union or PayPal? Be honest with you. Put it in the comment section. Come on now. We men here having a talk now. Yeah, they are masters of fitness. Yeah. Yes, they are. That's why I like dating them, because they are very well polished. Very well polished. First, their looks and everything, I have never had no disappointments on that. Never. They say, don't send no big money, just send a little bit. Doesn't hurt by you. Yeah, absolutely, Discman. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like, I may send maybe $20 every now and then, something like that. But nothing crazy. Now you got guys. Now this is crazy. You actually have men who is paying rent down there to these females. I mean, they send like hundreds of dollars. They like sending like got them in in apartments and paying rent. No, 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 no. And then what's so sad about it? They have another man living in that apartment that you paying rent for. You are paying rent for her and her boyfriend. You are paying rent for her and her boyfriend. Colombian, what's that guy name? Colombian guy talked about that. These women don't belong to you. They don't belong to me. And then you have enough nerves of the passport bros and them fighting over working girls, fighting over these women. Women who cares absolutely nothing about you. You know what most of them think about you? Zero. You rate it as a zero. Let's see, I've done 30. Yeah, 30 at the max. Yeah, other than that, that was a lady friend that will only ask once or twice a year. Yeah, I've gone on vacations before. She had help with other stuff in Colombia. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you this. If you find somebody that's down for you, that really truly likes you, that does things for you when you come out, there's nothing wrong with sending a little money every now and then. But just be careful. Because like you said, the money that you're sending down there, some of these women, is not going to where it's supposed to go. It could be going to the dope man. And that's what you don't want. You don't want your money going down for nothing like that. They think also the dollar, let's see. Think also the dollar segment, or what I can get from you. Yeah, yeah. If those women with 8 and 9, 10 looks in Colombia, women just like American women, request money, it will happen to me as well as a headache. But you know what? Women here in the States ask for money too, and guess what? They ask for more. Or that money can go to the broke boy. Yeah, it goes to the broke boyfriend, right? That's what I'm saying. Yep. Because I had one chica that came by and see me. Okay? When she left, I said, who's picking you up? She said, oh, a friend is coming to pick me up. A guy comes around on a motorcycle. And he looks at me and he just smiles at me. I'm saying, what in the world? So she walks, puts her bag on the motorcycle. He hands her the helmet. She puts the helmet on, puts her arms around him, and they take off on the motorcycle. They could have been her boyfriend. They could have been the boyfriend. Let me see what's saying, Marcus. Marriage, you can make money, tools, assets to spousal support, 3, child support, 4, inheritance, beneficiary, emotional distress, 6, extortion, and more. Absolutely, yep. Amen on that, Mr. Marcus. Okay. That's the same as American women cash out them go on the footy call day. Yep. She gets the doggy bag and feeds her kids and broke boyfriend on a dime behind. Yep, sure do. Sure do. Sure do. And I simply refuse to pay for another man. I refuse to do that. But this the game. It's nothing but a game. It's nothing but the game. That's what they're doing. This is what some of them are doing. Okay? Just be careful where you send your money. Be careful who you give your money to. And if you send something, send them like 20. Only does that. Only do that with somebody that you have met. Now the ones that I have sent like 20 or 30 bucks to, I've met them. We were together. Don't ever send nobody nothing somebody who you never met before. Never do that. Because sometimes, like the girl, remember I told the girl I was talking to from the Dominican Republic, remember? All of a sudden, me and her was talking, and I was coming very close. I said, maybe instead of going to Colombia, I should go to the Dominican Republic, because me and this girl was talking about meeting, and I had the Airbnb picked out and all that stuff. Next thing you know it, she said, I need to show you something. So she takes pictures of her house, and she had a stove that needed gas connection or something. They have these like tanks that's I don't know what it was. I never seen nothing like it before. Maybe some of y'all that been to the DR, y'all seen those before, but they're like these little tanks that's full of gas. And she said her stove needed to be fixed. Could I send some money to get her stove to be fixed? I'm like, nope. I say, nope. Haven't even met you. That was a red flag right there. I pretty much eliminated that relationship. See, that's the same. Let me see. That's the same as American women. Yeah, we said that already. It's about return of investment. You evaluate the cost and the yeah, yeah, yeah. Never send anything to anybody that you never met. Never do that. Never do that. But yeah, a lot of these women are in relationships with with their baby daddy, or they could be married. I met some that were married, and I don't want to mess with no married woman. That could be very dangerous, messing with a married woman. That could be very dangerous. Okay, let me see how much more we got to go. We at number 8. Another thing that they do. This is very important. Make sure you watch this one. Okay? Make sure you watch this one. They play the long game to get something out of you. Okay? They may stay with you, they may stay with you, they may stay with you, but they're playing the long game. The long game is they're hanging in there with you, sometimes for months, sometimes for years, just to get something out of you. And that's really scary there. Yep, they're very good at playing the long game. The long game will be something like Timothy Reed. That would be an example of the long game. And sometimes the long game can cause you to lose your life. The 2 super baddies I deal with in Central are both 9s and 10s. Okay. They're both 9s and 10s. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on for a second. I'm trying to read all these. Let me see. That's the same as American woman. Okay, I did that one already. Let's see. The long game, right? Also. Yeah. Yeah, the long game. Absolutely. He said, I saw an example of this YouTuber, Gringo Flies. Oh, the Gringo. Yeah, Gringo Files. I'm sorry, I said Flies. I'm sorry. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I'll be listening to those stories on the Gringo Files. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, those are very good examples of the long game. Absolutely. I mean, and this usually happens in Thailand a lot. That usually happens in Thailand a lot. And you got these expats and these foreigners that go down to Thailand and they lose thousands of dollars. I mean, they lose thousands of dollars. I mean, they lose thousands of. There was this one guy. I'm gonna keep it short. But this girl played the long game with them. I know Thai women are very good for this. He met a girl in Thailand, and she scoped him out, and she made the first move on him. So she gave him, like we was just talking about that girlfriend and boyfriend experience. Gave him the cat every day, cooked for him every day, stayed with him every day. Until she decides, said, you know what? We need to take this relationship into a different level. Okay, let's move in together in a house. But he said, foreigners are not allowed to own real estate in Thailand. They're not allowed to. So she convinces him, baby, you don't have to worry about that. We can put it in my name. I don't know what he was thinking about. I don't know what was in his mind. But he withdrew $50,000 out of his retirement. Gives it to her to purchase the house. To make a long story short, she disappears. Just like that. She disappears. Just like that. He couldn't find her nowhere. And finds out she buys the house and then she flips it and takes the cash away. Disappears. $50,000 lesson. That is an example of the long game. Let's see. Yeah, I saw that story. Yeah, that was crazy. And I heard some even worse than that. But you know what's really scary that I heard? There'd be a lot of suicides in Thailand. A lot of foreigners commit suicide in Thailand. Yeah. Because some of these guys make such big mistakes. These bar girls, whoever they are, takes their money. And they end up being in Thailand broke. There's no way in the world I'm going to give somebody $50,000. I don't care how good the cat is. You ain't getting no $50,000 out of me. And I had some really good ones too. And I ain't giving you no $50,000. Yeah, it will expose you, and they will take advantage of you. Those girls down there, man, they know how to finesse you down there in Thailand. Use them as ATM machines, right? Because a lot of these girls. Now, I've never been to Thailand before, but I'm just going by what other content creators say. A lot of these girls come from the villages down there to Pattaya. And that's what they do. They work, they're hustlers. But I would never, one thing I would do, and this is another thing, don't ever do this. Please, guys. Don't ever do, I'm going to tell you something that's very, very important. Don't ever tell a female what you got or disclose how much money you have and what if you are an entrepreneur or if you make $1 million a year or something like that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Never disclose your financial information to nobody. Even when I go down to Colombia, I've never disclosed my financial information to nobody. I'm just as broke as they are. I blend in. See this shirt, raggedy shirt? Well, I'm not saying they be, people be dressing regularly, but I'm saying I dress like I don't have nothing. A lot of them ask me what I do. I say I'm a content creator. That's what I tell them I do for a living. Content creator. You never want to go down there and tell somebody that you got $100,000, you got $50,000. Then you will attract some really dangerous people, and you can end up kidnapped. Shoot, that girlfriend that you think you got, once she found out you got $100,000, and she tells somebody in her family, it may not be her that do it. It may be somebody in the family that does it, or a friend or something. Never disclose that. Never. Never, 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 never. Kenya, Thailand, Philippines, Colombia, Dominican Republic, and others. But this is my version of the Philadelphia Six or the Big Five college hoops. A long game. A long game, absolutely. Yes. Let me see. Can I speak to the heavyset white woman of the house, please? Can I speak to the heavyset white woman of the house, please? I wish I had one here, boy, Nick. That would be awesome, man. I would love to have a snow bunny right now, thick one, boy. Ooh, that'd be exactly what the doctor ordered there. It was a lot of them in Medellin too. Wow, man, it was a lot of those. Let me tell you something. You like snow bunnies? And I'm talking about the ones that got the racks on them. That's definitely a place to be there, down there, boy. Okay, let's see what I got now. Okay, we did number 7. Already in relationships with others. Yes, they usually have boyfriends on the side of things like that. Okay. Okay, number 8. Okay, we did that one, to play the long game. Okay, we just did that one. Okay. Now we're on number 9. Okay. This is the thing that I think that Cookie had problems with me and her. One of the things. It could be so many other things. They don't trust men. They don't trust men. Matter of fact, to them, all men are dogs. You're a dog. Everything that you tell them, they think is a lie coming out of your mouth. They don't trust you. They do not trust you. Because I told Cookie, I said, Cookie, I do care about you. You're a liar. She called me a liar. Yep, she called me a liar. Right in my face. She said, I'm sure you're coming down here for other chicas, Then they start blaming you for dating other chicas. And I say, how can I be with other chicas when you're the only one here? Do you see any other chicas here in the room? No. You're the only one here. So how could it be other chicas? Yep, I don't trust them either. Absolutely. But they think we all are just dogs. Because she said to me, Cookie said to me, she said, most of the men down here is not romantic as you are. They don't do this type of stuff. And they don't. We are the only ones that treat them this way. We're the only ones that take them to nice restaurants, basically, and pay for a really nice meal. We do that. But no matter what you do for them, you're still a dog. They still don't trust you. And guess what? We don't really too much trust you either. Let's see. Yeah, we don't trust them absolutely. When they think we are cheating, do they consider cheating? Most of them cheat anyway. Like I said, they don't want you to have nothing, but they want some of them, not all, not all, not all, but some of them want to have you to them. They want to have you to themselves, but they want to have access to everybody else. They don't want you with nobody else. But they don't trust. And that's the thing that's basically separated me and Cookie. Because I really believe that she got into my telephone. More I think, I say, yep. Yep, she probably did because they're very good at that. They're very known to do that, to go into your telephone. I had Esther to do me, used to do me like that all the time. But you can't do their phone like that. You can't do their phone like that, man. If you go on their phone like that, they'll holler at you, which I don't go on nobody's phone. But for some reason, they think it's okay to actually pick up your phone and just scroll, look at pictures and stuff and see what you got. I'm just saying, if you have a dirty picture on your phone, are you consider cheating as well? Yeah, yep. I had my sister on my phone, and I was accused of cheating. But what's so crazy about it, they won't even tell you what you did wrong. They won't even tell you. Okay, I got one more for you guys. And this is one of the main things that some of them do. This is the main thing that some of them do. Not all, not all, will create crisis situation to get money out of you. The crisis call. That's number 10. That's the dark side. What do I mean, the crisis call? I just got a message from a female. Dog is in the dog is at the vet. He's sick. Cute dog that she got. Need help. You know, like, nope. Or they'll say, the electric's been turned off. I don't have no electric. I can't cook, or we don't have no lights and stuff. They'll come up with all these excuses, man. They will come up with all these excuses. Yep, the dog got cancer. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, she said that last year. Absolutely. Yep, yep, you get that crisis call. Get it all the time. Matter of fact, one of the chicos I was with when I was down in Colombia this week, she calls me and she says, I don't have nothing to, crisis call. Can you send me $30 because I have nothing to eat? My child needs something to eat. We have nothing. We have nothing to eat. But let me ask you a question. Ask yourself this question. If you weren't there, they would get something to eat. Why does me being there make a difference whether you get something to eat or not? How? How does me being there make a difference between you getting something to eat? If I wasn't there, you're going to get something to eat. When I wasn't there, you was getting something to eat. So why does this specific moment depends on me giving you money to get you something to eat? Yep, grandfather got a toothache. Yep, 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 yep. They always come with that crisis call. Always. That's number 10 for y'all. Yeah, but I hope you guys got something out of this, man. So, okay, what I'm gonna do is, Chris, we're gonna get together when you come back, and you're gonna do a live. We're gonna do a live about your experience in Peru. That'd be interesting. I would like to learn about what you learned down in Peru. Maybe that's a place that we can visit or something like that. Tony, thanks for sharing the information with us live stream. Anytime, brothers. Anytime. Yeah, thank you, man. I hope y'all learned something. Yeah, the dog ate my homework. Yeah, they come with so many different excuses. I had one. I had one. The woman from Barranquilla that I used to date. Barranquilla was hot too, but I used to go there. Man, it used to be so hot there. Um, she said that she needed a new roof put on her house, and she said she needed $1,000 American, $1,000 American in dollars. I said, "Have you lost your little rabbit mind?" She took care of me when I was out there. I met her. I sent her a few dollars. I think I sent her about the most I ever sent. I sent her about $100. $100. That was it. But she did take good care of me when I was in Barranquilla. But only help the woman that you know, that you've been with, that you connected with, you know, anybody that you just talking to off of Facebook you never seen on Instagram, just block them. Just block them. That's what you do. You just block them. You just block them. Yeah, 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 yeah. This sounds good, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Hope that was a good live stream. Yeah, yeah, good. I'm glad y'all got something out of it. So, the next one we're gonna talk about probably about Austin Hollister, about the situation in Kenya. We may talk about that. No, probably not. Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump back on StreamYard again. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys like me doing lives this way? Or do you like for me when I do the economic collapse and show y'all videos about, about the economy? Which one do you all like better? Do y'all like this live better this way? Let me know in the comment section before we jump off. I just want to make sure that y'all like it this way. Yeah, versatile is the key. Okay. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's for some reason, it seemed like since I've been so you guys like the economic collapse and stuff, right? Okay. Mix it up. Okay. So y'all did enjoy that. Okay. Because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Since I've been doing lives this way from Colombia when I was doing my first lives, my analytics has been much better. The watch time has been much, much, much higher. The likes has been much, much, much higher. But I spend hours editing videos and stuff and everything for StreamYard, for what I used to do on StreamYard, doing thumbnails and all that stuff. And I still didn't get very much like views or I still didn't get very many views and likes and stuff. And I spent like hours trying to get those videos together on StreamYard. And bring those sound effects and stuff I be using, and that stuff takes hours to do. But here, I basically just do a face thumbnail and a title and jump on. And that's it. Okay, but I promise you, I'll mix it up sometimes though. Yeah, I got more numbers doing it this way. That's weird. That's weird because I'm thinking about like say, hey, maybe I don't need StreamYard anymore just to keep doing it this way. But because StreamYard, I have to pay for that. StreamYard is like $46 a month. And I don't even make $46 a month doing YouTube. The only money I make on YouTube is when you send me a super chat or something. Or sometimes y'all may send a cash app or something like that. That's all I get right now. You know, like every while I'll do this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back doing the economic collapse again because I know y'all got a lot of information from that. But make sure y'all help support me, man, because that stuff is hard to put together. It is. If y'all could give a thanks or something like that, it really will help a lot, man. It really will help. You know, give a thanks, give $2, $4, maybe every week, $4 a week. Because in order for me to get paid from YouTube now, you have to have $100 in the threshold. Because like right now, I think I only got $36. And so they pay you at them. You have to have a minimum of 100 for them to send you a check every month. Okay, guys. It's good seeing y'all. Y'all stay safe out there, okay? And I'll see you on the next live. The next one I'm going to do it on the StreamYard thing, okay? So like you said, if y'all, send a love offering, that would definitely will help me out, man. Yeah, keep me continuously making content on YouTube for everybody. Yeah, stay safe. Everybody stay safe. And go Lions, Jay. Go Lions. All right, everybody. Peace. Thank you. Love you.